So I've just had the best time over a tower, so like a fortress tower, with the drone camera practicing. After a day of chores in town, I wanted to get in a bit of practice with my drone. So looking on Google Maps, I found Paxton's tower. It turned out to be perfect. I'm very shaky in a lot of shots that I'm not showing you, but what I am showing you is what I managed to do with a very photogenic, picturesque location and my limited skills. It's a 200-year-old folly, and apparently it was made in memorial of Lord Admiral Nelson. Now it's 3 o'clock. It's Friday. I've got that Friday feeling. It's the weekend coming up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe Tenby. A lot more drone flying for sure. It's just so beautiful in Wales. It's just the perfect place to come and film. It really is. So I'm going to jump in here. I'm editor Elaine, and I'm using what filming Elaine made on the trip to Wales, and it's quite limited. So let me explain with my squeaky chair. When I went on this adventure, it was the first one that I'd been to where I took my camera equipment, and also I had a lot of new camping equipment, and I had a car for the first time in many years. So this was back in November. It's March now. And yeah, delays, sorry, full-time job, but lots of future adventures planned and more filming to do. So when I was away, I filmed a lot with my GoPro on the dashboard, filming the road, which you need a little bit of, but for some reason my SD cards are just packed full of that because I think that's interesting. It's not. I haven't really got my camera out in the morning or in the end of the day to say what I'm doing the next day or to say goodbye. So it's jumping from one day to the other. Now, although I have experience as an editor, I don't have experience as a filmographer. Is that the word? Filmographer. So I can take a photograph and I can edit video if you give me video, but yeah, it's new to me to be filming stuff. And also I don't plan. I'm a very spontaneous person, and I realised that I should plan and I should set up the beginning of the day and where I'm going and include that when I'm talking to you. But yeah, I was also distracted because this kind of camping is new to me. I've been camping all my life, but I've been camping with family camping or festival camping. So this sort of camping in a small tent with all this new equipment that I've bought, which I've got obsessed with a little bit. I've got obsessed with lightweight equipment, which I'm going to have for my next trip. I've got this new camera, which I'm talking to now. But yeah, I'm going to be really set up for the next one. And the next one is in April, so March 19th today. I'm going Easter weekend and I'm going to Snowdonia. But for now, I just want to add a disclaimer while you're watching these, and probably the ones that follow, because this isn't the last part of this series, that it will jump about a bit, and I am doing my best. I promise you, I'm doing my best, but I'm learning as well. So when I go on my next adventure, I will have learnt and I'll know what I need to give editor Elaine back here when she's editing again. So yeah, it's going to jump to another day here again without any explanation except this one that I'm giving you now. It was cold last night. I woke up and my tent was frosted. It's frozen, basically. It was very stiff when I opened that. And I also woke up to the sound of a snout and heavy hooves around my tent. And I did think that it was a cow. When I looked out, it was a shire horse. He's gone running off up the farmway now. Today, I've got a whole day of no rain. My first stop today is in beautiful Tenby. The fog is slowly being wiped out by the sun. It's midday. It's supposed to get sunnier. It was fog to the ground today and frost on everything, so it's going to take a while, but for midday. It is rather beautiful here. A fair few people recommended I visit Tenby. I'm glad I did. It's a very pretty town. It's also really relaxing. As I stood here looking over these waves, there were people next to me just staring at the water, like hypnotised, as if it was just relaxing them. And on the beach, there was quite a few people walking their dogs, going for a walk. But it didn't feel like there was lots of people. It just felt really calm. And as I was now obsessed with flying my drone, I got it out over Tenby Beach. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have. I should have avoided it around so many people and their dogs. After that, I drove to a nature reserve, and it was lunchtime, so in keeping with the glamorous camping lifestyle, I made a saucepan of ramen in a car park. So I'm here on a nature reserve beach near Tenby. It's windy and it is cold, but we are weekend wildling and we're built of tough stuff. Just enjoying it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and a perfect place to try out some more drone shots. Saturday night, and I was only 10 minutes from the town centre, so I ended the day keeping warm and dry at the cinema.
Get lost in the big screen experience.
I'm walking down to Barafundle Beach. I was in Paris the weekend before last with my friends, and I bought everybody a beret just because it was funny. So I'm going to give it a try. Who says you can't have a little bit of Parisian glam that you bought in a novelty shop out in nature? Who doesn't love a good step better than a muddy, slippery slope? Still making my way up to Barafundle. Does anyone remember Captain Sensible? I kind of liked his look.
I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run, I didn't want to slow down, but baby, then you came around.
It's windy, but it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see Barafundle around this corner.
No, I won't ever let you down. I promise you that I hold on. I know that it gets tough sometimes, so I'm here to remind you of the sun will shine on you wherever you go.
Well, Barafundle so far is absolutely stunning, and I think that there are pockets where there's no wind, so I might be able to get some really good shots. It's also quite secluded. I'm always wary, well always, I'm new to it, but I'm very wary of using a drone camera around too many dog walkers. Now there is one person here, so I can ask them if it's okay. I've just asked permission from the people on the beach and they're fine with it. So it's a perfect day for it. It just shows you. It starts off just peltering with rain. Really, I mean, it was foggy, it was everything today. But it just changes. I just feel like I've got some luck with me because, I don't know, I just trust. I go and it's magical. I can't explain it, but you get from the world what you put into it, and I trust. I'm kind. I think I'm kind. I try to be kind. And so far, it's just going so well. And November in Wales, who'd have thunk it? It rains when I'm in the shower or when I'm driving, and the sun comes out when I need it to. So thank you, Wales. Maybe the love is mutual. I don't know how well you can hear me with all this wind, but I've just done the most unlucky thing. Not unlucky, stupid thing. I crashed my drone into the sea. Its first flight was at Barafundle Bay, and it died at Barafundle Bay. I mean, that's a royal existence for a drone. But my heart just sank in my stomach as I couldn't get it back to shore. It was running out of battery and it wasn't coming back to me, and it kept saying emergency landing, and I kept trying to get it to come forward back to me and it didn't. And then I just watched it land in the water and then a freeze frame of the surface of the water for ages. God. All my footage is gone. I've got cache format, whatever the format is, it's very low res, but I don't have the amazing shots. And Barafundle Beach was so photogenic, it was incredible. Incredible. I mean, what a way to die. Yes, Crow. You feeling my pain? Yeah, they are. Well, at least it's not raining and my actual eyeballs can enjoy the actual beauty of this place. And that SD card up here, banked. It can't all be good living all the time, can it? I did say that I was just so lucky. I'd rather that than it was stolen. I mean, it was quite dramatic. It was definitely a moment between me and the drone where I was trying desperately to save its life, and it was calling to me, and I could see it sinking down and down into the sea. But I failed you, drone. I failed you. With every incoming wave, I just thought, am I in touch with the universe here? Is it going to spit out my drone? No. Elaine, get your head out your own arse. You're not that important to the universe. I should let this calm. Because kindness. And also, you can't be a dick when you're wearing a beret and looking like a dick, can you? Oh, goodbye, Barafundle Bay. Goodbye, DJI Fly 2. R.I.P. Okay, I'm here at the site and I'm seeing what you can't see yet. It's an incredible view. This is where I'm putting my tent. Sort of a flat bit, but it's amazing. And I've been recommended to stay left because of the westerly wind. So yeah, this will be an interesting camp. Sunday night, please don't rain on me. I'm just sitting in here listening to French and Saunders titting about on Audible, which is very funny and it's good company. It's so mild. I thought that coming by the sea, I thought it would be really cold, and it's not. It's actually quite mild and I can hear the waves. It's quite a dramatic cliff down there. But yeah, I'm just making my dinner, and for the first time I'm not kind of in my tent feeling cold and damp. So maybe being inland was not the way to be. Maybe being on the edge is better. Being on the edge. I'm gonna sleep well tonight, and tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and have coffee looking out at St David's Bay. I mean, it's really rugged around here, and I feel like I've just come from inland where it was a lot colder and a lot frostier, and coming here it just feels more rugged and more, yeah, like my cup of tea. I'm gonna carry on watching this documentary and keep warm, and see you tomorrow.